likes to party, we likes to get. He likes to boom, he likes to dance. Yup. He likes to party. He likes to party. Yeah. He likes to party, we likes to get. He likes to party, he likes to dance.
Welcome back to a whole new and a whole nother episode of Real News with your host, The Champ
and Alex.
Each and every week we bring you that hot topic, that fire from right here in U.S., all around the world.
Right.
Whatever you want to hear, we got everything for you. We got sports,
music,
politics,
and anything else you want to hear, man. So come catch the wave with us. Real News.
Real News.
So, hit them on that first topic of the day, Champ. Let them know what it is. History on today.
History on the day. As you know, we like to start off with something very interesting.
Right.
History on this day, so we bringing it all the way back. My back! Bring it all the way back to 1918.
Yeah.
That is November 11th, 1918. That is actually when World War I was brought to a complete ending on the 11th hour, on the 11th day of the 11th month of the war, from what I've been reading.
1918.
The war had ended at 5 a.m. that morning. We don't really need to get into the specifics of the World War. I would definitely tell you to look it up. That's what you have the internet for. But we just want to bring up a reminder and say bringing into peace times. That is something we're still preaching here today. You know, all the wars of the world, there are countries at war with themselves. How crazy does that sound? But it's true out here, and that's real news. So just a reminder to you guys that peace can be found, and resolution usually does happen, no matter how long it takes. So
worldly love, man.
What you got for them on that history on the day, Alex?
History on the day, end of World War I back in 1918 on November 11th. All I gotta say, man, just airwaves type style, peace, love, and blessings.
Yes,
to the whole world.
Yes,
man. That's all we want,
world.
and that's what we gonna spread till we make sure that message is everywhere, every crease, every crack in the earth.
Yeah, and that's just another preach of positivity here from your host on Real News, because that's all we got. We got to preach that positivity, and when we're out here in these streets, actually show it and actually bring some positivity to someone else, so the next war doesn't happen, because it starts from with the people, systematically, and it goes up to the leaders. We have to find leaders who are closer to peace than war, who don't want to immediately go into war. We have to make sure we have the right people in charge. And it can be us one day, starting with us, but it takes a lot of work and practice. But it's actually obtainable, and those are the type of people that we need in charge, so we can find peace, and we're not in war times, because there's always a solution other than fighting. And we know that over history, over the meditators and the monks and the type of people from all across history, we know there are alternatives to fighting. So let's try to put people in charge who are more susceptible to that. Obviously, if there needs to be a reaction to something violent, I'm all for that. I am an American citizen. I am for the protection of America and every soldier and citizen, child, women, man. I'm definitely an American to the heart, and I love this country, but I love peace as a global citizen, which I also am, a global citizen of this entire world. We are, and you are. You're a member of this world, not just a member of your country. So you can have country pride, but let's try to think about things on a larger stage sometimes, and basically just preach more peace and positivity. And that's
with that being said, what he's saying is, to wrap that up, it's bigger than you, it's bigger than me, it's bigger than us.
Yeah,
it's we.
It's we. And that's history on the day.
Yeah.
So y'all stick around. All right, so moving on to our next subject. Very somber and sad news on today. Also dealing with the country America. We got over in California, wildfires ablazing and growing and burning down this parts of the state. Northern California, we got 25 dead. I'm hearing the latest update, and 300,000 people displaced from their homes. There have been evacuation calls for the last few days. Today's November 11th. So we're just sending out our blessings and prayers, and we definitely hope the fire gets resolved soon and basically figured out. You know, this is
it's disturbing, but it's a natural disaster. So that being said, it happens.
It happens,
but
you know.
It's how we as people come together at the end of it.
Much love to the firefighters. I've been reading a lot on these firefighters because these people have been posting a lot on social media, the news sites, whatever.
They're risking their lives.
Because it is such a tragic fire over there. A lot of these guys, again, I saw one post, I just don't know, I can't confirm it, $1 an hour. A lot of the firefighters are actually prisoners with good behavior who they let come out and work. So, you know, just people, and it's just, you know, they're not getting paid good money to do it, whatever situation, whether it be the prison worker or somebody that's really getting paid $1 an hour
to risk their
whatever it may be.
For some big time home.
Let's give our blessings and prayers, and if you can donate to them, you know, if you're closer in California, you can help out, or whatever you can do, whatever we can do as citizens. Let's just try to do it because, like we said, we connect as a Earth society, but definitely once we narrow it down, it's this country. So that's right in the West Coast in California. So prayers, love, blessings, and much peace out to the people over there.
Right. Hey man, so the next topic here on Real News, how about that migrant caravan that resumes its journey from Mexico City?
Honduras and Central American citizens have been moving away from violence and natural disasters, and they're headed to America. They actually took a break in Mexico City. Just took a pause to thousands of people, you know, all together. They're back movement. They hope to hit Tijuana and cross the border into
San Diego.
They hope to hit Tijuana and cross the border into San Diego and seek asylum. Actually meet at the border and do it all legally. These thousands of people, they want to go through the paperwork because they just want to become American citizens and have some of the same freedoms that we do. And it's a little crazy because a lot of people from other countries, such as that of poverty, they provide work. They come over here because it's free to just work and go home and pay taxes, and it's not even like that in other countries. It's not as simple as that. Like, if you want to work in America, you pretty much are going to be pretty stable if you have the ability, you know, if you have the desire to actually go out there and do some work. Somebody will usually hire you, and you'll make pretty much enough money to live for yourself. So that's all they want, is opportunity to do that, and you never know who's going to come up with the next new idea that can benefit America in the long run. It's just, you know, I see opportunity with people from other countries coming over, especially people who, you know, haven't come from countries where even hard work is not appreciated, you know, and then hard work is definitely appreciated in America. You get rewarded for putting in the hard work, being the best at your job. People always notice that step above.
You know you can get promoted, especially over here in America. You know what I'm saying? Even with the low, I'm not going to say low paying job, but with the average paying job, easily you can get promoted just by doing what you said, hard working. Being a hard working individual. So with the Trump administration, you know, trying to not set up those asylums for these migrants that are coming over here is beyond me.
Yeah, that's basically what we're getting around to. The Trump administration is making it every day. They're displacing children, families, small children, like we've been saying on the show, but I'll be proud to say it again. The Trump administration are getting children killed. Children are dying and being lost because they feel like immigrants don't need to be in this country and need to be displaced from their family, which is a sick thought, but that is the Trump administration's doing, and they're obviously making it harder and harder every day. So when this group gets closer and closer to America, I'm sure he's going to be saying more and more negative things about them, and I'm sure he's going to send whoever he can to fight them hard. Probably will be met with violence, unfortunately, because that's the type of administration we have. You know, even former presidents, even if they didn't agree with it, they wouldn't turn to violence. But we all know the type of president he is. We're going to bomb the bleep out of them. Who says that? Who says that about another country? Trump does. Your president says that about another country, you know. So who knows what he's going to do to these poor, innocent people just trying to find a little
That being said,
life
you know,
of
he
freedom.
got some military officials. You know, he got some of them up there ready, standing guard, ready to let off shots, you know, at these people without weapons. They're not a threat. They're not a threat. They're all, like you said, they're just searching for a good home, and they're searching to be Americans legally, the legal way.
Yes, yes.
That being said, our prayers are going up to them.
Yes, because they're so brave to be making this. They got bikes, they got few vehicles, trucks with 20 people in them, but I would say probably about 75% of these people are literally walking. So how brave is that? You know, you got your baby, your child on your back, your family with you. Man, to even make that trip, it takes so much that a lot of us as Americans couldn't even leave America. Now imagine walking from like Oregon or something to Canada for freedom. That would just be insane. You know, that's not what we do in America. We don't ever need to do things like that. So
are spoiled.
we can't wrap our heads around things like that. But
So spoiled.
that's just exactly what they're doing. So much love to them. They definitely have lost people on the way. We know that.
Real News is with you.
Peace and love, baby.
Okay, so we all know Thanksgiving is on the come up next week on the 22nd on Thursday. But after that, we know we do have Black Friday.
Yep.
You know how everybody gets on Black Friday, man. So what Real News, what Just Airwaves want to do is tell you guys to get what you can and be safe doing it, man. Because, you know, people are still wild out here.
Yeah, it's a lot of stores opening up very early, as in like starting sales now a week before and then opening up on Wednesday for sales and crazy stuff like that. So y'all be safe out here. And a little bit on the tech news, the Monday after Thanksgiving is called Cyber Monday.
Right.
You know, you find a lot of online deals there if you don't, you know, want to be out in that craziness, which seems like a better option to me. But the deals might not be as good, but big difference, you know, and as the things you have to go through. So be aware of that, people, and that's just some real news. Just a little tidbit, just a little info for you, because you know we love you.
What we gotta express to you guys is really be safe, though.
That's
our main concern here for Real News.
Goal. Yep.
All right, be safe. Even on the online on Cyber Monday, fraud is out there. Okay,
right.
Protect your security.
I like that.
You know what I'm saying? But other than that, just please be aware of your surroundings. You guys are hearing these mass shootings that are going on. Just be safe.
Right. Be aware. Try to be aware.
People out there with that sick mind, go home.
Please stay home.
Go write a book or something.
Shoot. Lock yourself in a room and shoot yourself.
You sick.
Jesus Christ. Stop it. What are you...
Stop it.
These people are sick. This wasn't even a real topic on today, but we all know more mass shootings in America. They have not stopped. We've been talking about that. It was school shootings back when the last school year was ended.
Right.
This school year is kicking into gear, and it's just you know, we got it's bad. It's very bad. It's very sad. And I really wish these people who hold this hate and want to shoot up something, I really wish they would just shoot themselves. Because not even their family, because a lot of times their family don't have to. Shoot yourself. End it. You know, let's do that. Let's let that be the thing for school the next shooting. If you want to do that, shoot yourself. Don't shoot up no kids. Don't shoot up no random. Don't shoot up nobody. You're sick-minded.
I'm gonna actually go with the opposite of just shooting yourself. Go get some help. If you need help, get some help. If somebody knows somebody that is about to do a mass shooting,
yes,
or in general just not there in the head, tell somebody, because you don't know how many lives you can save. All right, you're hearing that here on JustAirWaves Television, real news. Top 5
Billboard
songs on the top 100 Billboard list, man.
I'm gonna be real with you right now. We're gonna run through this real quick. It's the exact same top 5 from last week's show. At 5, Better Now, Post Malone. Been talking about it for months.
Right.
It is what it is. Lucid Dreams, Juice WRLD. Number 4, Lucid Dreams. It is what it is. And the newest song, Happier by Marshmello and Bastille.
Right.
At number 3, at number 2, Sicko Mode, Travis Scott with a little bit of Drake sprinkled it on top.
Right.
And as always, number 1, Girls Like You, Maroon 5 featuring Cardi B. So, you know, we don't want to bore you. We know we bore you a little bit. You tired of us talking, but you still here with us, obviously, and we love you for that. So that's why we ran through that Billboard top 5. We keep you updated, but hey, it just hasn't changed, and we've talked about the songs a little bit, and you know,
put more requests in, people.
But
like Just Airwaves, it's that simple.
They ain't there yet. We there, they ain't there yet.
My bad.
And speaking of that, what is the Just Airwaves song of the week, baby?
Just Airwaves. Okay, man. Just Airwaves song of the week, which you can find on SoundCloud as well as YouTube, which should be on all other listening platforms soon, is Twilight from the mixtape of Halloween Nightmares, which dropped on October 31st. Come on, man.
Scary.
It's a pretty scary sight, man. You got your boy Alex, and you got your boy Lil Goat, a.k.a. Champ, man. So just stay tuned, man. We got more music coming for you all, but we do want you to check that song of the week out.
Y'all go check that song out, and y'all check out them verses and them lyrics. You might need a rap genius for your boy. Breaking news.
Breaking freaking news.
We've been sitting on this topic for the last 6 weeks or whatever, something close. Check the archives. Jimmy Butler has been traded. Jimmy Butler is going to the East and going to the 76ers with Embiid.
Right. Ben Simmons, Mark Foles. They traded Covington, though.
They did let Covington go. They let Sarge go, but they still got J.J. Redick, T.J. McConnell. You know,
and it's well worth it. Jimmy actually gives them a chance to be one of the highest elite teams in the East at this time
in the league. Really.
I love it.
Jimmy Butler,
and like Skip say, not Skip, like Stephen A. say, Ben Simmons is one jump shot away from being one of the greatest of all time to win the next ring. I put a little bit more sprinkle on that, but it's true, people. It's true, but that's neither here or there. The Lakers are out there in the West, and they making things shake up. That easy.
A little bummy right now, but LeBron know how to get it back on track, and not a Lakers fan, but I still got faith in LeBron. But
speaking of the West, how about Carmelo Anthony and his time with Houston?
Rumors out that Carmelo Anthony may be getting waived or traded. Either way, rumors are out that he's out in Houston after about 10 games. So that is news, rumor news. I'm hearing him actually fought some of those claims. But as we all know, what people say and what actually happens, words and actions are different. So you can say, I'm not trading this player, and then tomorrow he gets traded. And that's just what actually happened. So we'll see what Melo future is. They got
go to the Lakers.
They thinking Melo is the problem in Houston. Houston is about 12th in the West. Last season they was first or second. First, I believe.
Yeah.
First in the West. So nowhere close to where they was last season. Right now they're out of the playoffs, even though we're only 10 games in.
Right.
But that's not how they want it because the Warriors are still elite. 1 or 2. So
top tier.
Y'all should be 1 or 2 by now because that's where, people show their strength in the first 10, 12 games.
But I wouldn't blame it all on Melo.
Me neither.
You guys don't play any type of defense, okay, Houston? So whenever you find out how to do that, maybe you'll win your next one.
So, boom, today is NFL Sunday, and we just going to shout out that boy Tyreek Hill of the Chiefs. That man scored a crazy touchdown, jumped in the stands, got behind the camera, and showed his teammates a little bit more love. And that is compounding the celebration from last week. That guy Michael Thomas pulled out a phone from under the goal post, replicating that guy Joe Horn from a long time ago. So I think both players actually got penalized and possibly fined for it.
Right.
So consequences came, but as fans, we love to see it. That excitement is back in football. Do your best, boys.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Brings excitement back to the game, like you said, and it gives NFL not so boring. The NFL is not so boring this year, man. It feels like every team
Madden. The NFL feel like Madden. Guys is out there playing
they balling. Like they balling.
They balling. It's looking crazy out there this year. So I'm liking the NFL this year because it's been very hard to predict. We got our records, and our records just aren't looking that good, just to be honest. And because the NFL has been so back and forth this year. And there's just not much we can do about it. We're trying to pick the safe picks. Well, I try to pick the safe picks, but it just goes crazy. It goes haywire. The Jets got blew out by the Bills. Now the Jets, nobody to shake a stick at, but the Bills were supposed to be the worst team in the league, and they blew these guys out by 30 points.
Oh man.
So that we got the NFL this season for you. And with that being said, we're going to finish out sports segment by jumping right into them NFL picks for next week. It is NFL Sunday. Celebrating that today, but let's figure out, what we want for next week.
Off of the big Thursday night, starting with the Pittsburgh, I know.
Oh, last week.
Yeah. Starting with last week, Thursday night, Pittsburgh set the weekend off hot. With putting up 50 points, and that just led to a big show throughout the whole weekend in the NFL.
Right.
So starting this week with the NFL on Thursday night, how about Green Bay versus Seattle?
Ooh, that's Russell versus Aaron Rodgers.
Right. 2 prime time.
What else do you need at the quarterback position? You got a guy who could do everything and a guy who could do everything.
Right.
What else do you need? And because I said that, I'm gonna let you pick first.
Okay. I'm actually gonna go with Green Bay, man.
That bad. I can't hate on no picks for this game. Those guys are amazing.
Seattle played hard Sunday.
Yes.
This
Sunday, tough loss
but
against one of the best teams in the league, the Rams. Nail biter. They lost by 5.
Right. I just don't see them pulling it out against that bad man, like you say, Aaron Rodgers, baby.
Tough Thursday night, short week. You know what? I like Russell Wilson in Seattle on a short week. Russell, I got faith in Russell to, like I said last week, to lead a team to some nice things. So we'll see how it shake out. That's a very close game. I'm right at 49-50, but I'm gonna go with Seattle. All right, and Carolina did get beat up on last week by Pittsburgh, but now they go and play a struggling Detroit team.
Right.
I'm going to stay on the bandwagon and pick Carolina again. I love my guy McCaffrey to show out again. I like Cam Newton to get back on track. He threw one pick, and it was really off of him being forced to throw the ball away. He could have made a better decision.
Right.
But he didn't want to give up 2 points with a safety. Ended up giving 7 with a pick 6. So he didn't know that was coming, but he tried to make the smart decision. I got Cam Newton getting back on track, and I got Carolina winning that game over Detroit.
I don't know. I seen a little bit of fire at the end of the Detroit game, man. They still wanted to play. They were down by 12, but with 7 seconds left on the clock, they were still going hard. You know, Matt, he was just, get back on the field, man. We're not done. We're going to wait till the time run out. So I feel like they're going to come with that heat next game against Carolina. Detroit winning the game. I'll say keeping it low score, but at the same time, mid-range, 21-17.
21-17. We're going to jump into the Texans versus the Redskins. Both of these teams are leading their division and right now holding the playoff spot tight.
Right.
I got the younger guys, Deshaun Watson and Fuller's out. Deshaun Watson and DeAndre Hopkins, Lamar Miller, Texans pulling it out over the Redskins. I'm going to say 34-21.
If it's a high-scoring game like that, man, what are they, like on a 6-game winning streak, the Texans? So they rolling high right now.
Rolling high.
I got the Redskins pulling the game out. It'll be close. 31-25. Definitely close.
I like it. How about a little division rival, Denver versus Los Angeles Chargers? Now, the Chargers have won 6 straight as well.
Right.
Denver has been up and down all season, but they're trying to stay in the fight. I don't see them fighting too much this game. I have the Chargers beating Denver.
I as well. Yeah, that's easy pick.
Yeah.
I have the Chargers spanking Denver.
Yeah.
This week.
Let's move along to another division rival game. We got Cincinnati Bengals going to Baltimore and playing the Ravens. Now we all know, like I said, rivalry game. So, let you start it off, kid.
I got the Ravens. I got the Ravens beating the Bengals, man. I just don't see the Bengals doing anything. So yeah, man, I got the Ravens spanking on the Bengals this week coming up. Yeah, like I just said, man, I just really don't see the Bengals putting in work. The Ravens, they're always this tough defense. They got one of the toughest defense in NFL football
history.
NFL history. And the Bengals, I just see them falling real short. I give it a low scoring game, 17-10. Sorry.
Rivalry matchup. We all know things can get intense, but I'm gonna have to agree with my man Alex over here and pick the Ravens. Joe Flacco, hip injury. There's a chance he won't play. If he does play, he may be limited. So, is right. You might end up seeing the best backup quarterback in NFL history,
right,
as a rookie, because Lamar Jackson is different. So, however it goes, I'm picking the Ravens to pull this one out in a very, very close division rivalry game. Now, we got a playoff rematch. Pittsburgh and Jags both made it to the playoffs last year, but only one team made it to the AFC Championship game, and that was the Jaguars. But it's a way different matchup this time. We got Pittsburgh, I believe, on a 5-game win streak.
Rolling high,
Jaguars, it's probably something like 1-4 in their last 5, or 4 straight losses. So way different things going on. And I'm going to be the guy this week and go ahead and get Pittsburgh with the dub. They think Le'Veon Bell's not coming back, which devastated me because it had some fantasy implications. But I digress.
Right.
James Conner has been balling, showing he can do pretty much everything Le'Veon can do. Not as many catches, but that's pretty much it. But you still got bomb receivers all over the field. So James Conner, very talented. Big Ben, AB, Juju, McDonald, James. Oh, they loaded. They loaded like they always loaded on offense.
Thank you.
I got Pittsburgh pulling that one out.
Thank you. And there's just no question. You ain't even got to ask me, honestly. This is real news, so I'm going to give you the real facts, baby. Pittsburgh is pulling out that dub. We're rolling hot, as well as the Jags. Come on, man. What are you doing? Is it coaching? Is it your quarterback? Is it Jalen Ramsey? I'm screaming.
Hey, and I ain't mad because that man, he ain't step up and talk since that Chiefs game. I think
Tyreek put
him on a stretcher. But we digress once again.
Right. It's bigger than that.
Yeah, the Jags got to get it together, so they're not getting picked by nobody on this show this week. We're going to move into the Minnesota Vikings and the Chicago Bears. Both teams have been surging, and both teams are headed to the playoffs as of right now. So this matchup is obviously going to change somebody's fate just a tad bit. I'm going to throw it to you because I'm still a little... I need to figure it out as you give your answer. Minnesota Vikings versus the Chicago Bears.
I like Minnesota taking this. Only because I feel like their offense is a little bit more elite than the Bears' defense at this time. It's late in the season. You got to score. You see how these teams has been running the score up over the past few weeks. So I have a hint of faith that Minnesota will pull this dub out, man.
All right, and I figured out my pick. I'm on the other side. I got Chicago in the Windy City. In a tough one, of course, because Minnesota is talented on all parts of the board, but I do like Chicago. They got two good running backs, a whole host of receivers who can get some things done. Tight end, a young quarterback who has been shaky at times, but he can throw 6 touchdowns just because, it's that much talent around him. So I got the Bears pulling it out. We're going to finish it off. We're going to finish it off one more game.
Right.
Dallas versus Atlanta. We got Dallas playing right now in a very, very tough game with Philly, so we cannot give you the outcome on that. But we do know Atlanta took a major L today to the Browns. Atlanta's shell-shocked. Atlanta's starting to look at the draft, sadly enough. So Atlanta's still so talented.
They don't have a defense.
They don't.
And Matt Ryan looked like Sam Darnold out there. What's his name? Ain't that the kid name?
Sam Darnold. Yeah, that's his name.
That's who you look like.
Yeah.
Matt Ryan? What?
Yeah.
When you get in panic mode, you supposed to go vet style, man.
So you got Dallas?
I got Dallas. Excuse me, people. I got Dallas pulling out the win.
Oh, man.
I have Dallas pulling out the win.
Dallas?
I feel like they got a little bit more funk, a little bit more energy.
Right.
And they
because
want
everybody's
to play
talking about Dallas. Atlanta's just like, Atlanta's supposed to be good, but they suck, so whatever.
Right. Like, they ain't been the same since that 25 give up. 25 pickup. You lost. That's what I'm trying to say. You lost.
We're not going to get into that. But, all right. Making my pick. This might be the toughest one of the week because I got Julio Jones. I got Atlanta pulling it out. Come on. Let's get it. Julio Jones. Hey. Still ain't touched down with you. Like, my last name, Jones, is no longer valid. My boy Julio got one. I got Atlanta, man. Just, Matt, throw the ball to the open guy.
It's that simple.
When you're on the one, put it in the end zone. Don't get stopped on the one. I'm screaming, but I got Atlanta, man. I got Atlanta.
Stop by the Browns on the one?
Kind of, sort of getting back on track. I don't know if that helps their playoff chances much, but I got them beating Dallas.
Cool.
All right, we like to finish it off, as you know, with the word / quote. I'm sorry, brother, not to be all in your face. Word / quote of the day. I'm going to start it off with details is my word of the day. Be a devil about your details. Things do matter, as we say on the show, even the small thing, because small things can turn into big things. And we do mean that in a positive way, but they can always affect you negatively if you look over them and walk past them. Don't do it. Worry about your details. Get your details in. Make sure your shade is in your colors. You see this brown right here between this brown lines? Stay in the lines. The details don't go out the lines. and do everything to the best of your abilities. Motivational facts from Champ, passing it to my brother Alex.
Word. I actually like that detail, because when you pay attention to detail, even if you do go outside of the lines, you never know what you can create.
Right.
So, and that's my word today, is create, people. Don't ever be afraid to go outside of the box, as well as stay within those fine lines in order to create something new. It's that simple.
Or improve,
like you said.
Yeah.
Baby.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's just that simple, man. Just pay attention to detail and create what you want to create, as long as it's within the lines of being moral and humane. We love you all, man. This is real news.
Hey, and it has been a whole nother episode, if you stuck around with us for the time being,
Right.
of
Real news.
Catch y'all next week, all right?